What happens when you take a broken down, aging father of three police officer and partner him up with a chemically addicted, suicidal, burnt out cop and toss in heroin and a Christmas tree?
You get a Christmas classic that proves nothing says holiday spirit like bullets, bad decisions, and the most explosive game of Secret Santa ever played.
Find out next on Trees in Space. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Trees in Space, the show where we watch and review movies of all genre, and we tell you what the fans thought, what the critics thought, and what we thought. Is it worthy of a forest, a small grove, or just a stump to sit on? This week, in case you missed the thumbnail, we watched the 1987 classic Lethal Weapon, starring Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. I am Jason, and that is Nate. How you doing, Nate? Have you ever seen this movie?
No, sir. No, I have not. I've never seen this movie. Uh,
Really?
really. And you know what?
Tell me.
It opens with a stump bump right away. So this movie's at least a stump, folks.
Yes, it's a classic. Some people call it a Christmas classic. I am in the group of people that do not believe it's a Christmas movie, very similar to Die Hard. But there's a lot of Christmas in this.
Well, it's part
Um,
of the festive trees theme
it
this
is
year.
festive trees. Yes, I like the festive trees. And it's in California, so there's no snow. There's no
Conveniently.
conveniently. I don't know when it was released. So, and I don't even think the makers of this movie considered it a Christmas movie, even though it started with a Christmas song
Ended with one too.
and ended with one.
And that
Uh,
the
but
Christmas tree was there, though the how is just having a plastic Santa sleigh on top of the house a Christmas tree?
just the one,
Just
just the one,
nothing
nothing
else,
else.
just the one. Like what the he's like you guys can spend a little bit of more money.
Plenty of Christmas stuff inside the house, but I
Oh
never noticed that until this time I watched it. And I was like, "What is that on the roof of the house? Is that a Santa?" I never noticed it. But let me tell everyone what this movie is about. It is following the death of his wife, Los Angeles police detective Riggs, which is Mel Gibson, becomes reckless and suicidal when he is reassigned and partnered with Roger Murtaugh, who's Danny Glover. Riggs immediately clashes with the older officer. Together, they uncover a massive drug trafficking ring. As they encounter increasingly dangerous situations, Riggs and Murtaugh begin to form a bond. Volatile behavior might just help them apprehend the criminals, and if it doesn't kill them both first.
I have an issue. I
What's
thought
your
this
issue?
was really, really, really disturbing when the entire family barges in on dad naked in the bathtub with a birthday cake.
Yeah,
He, uh, like,
and he didn't seem to be bothered much about it at all. He
no,
didn't try to cover himself up.
no.
You know, the kids out there, and I mean, that when I first saw this years ago, I thought it was weird. Here it is, 40 years later, I still think it's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
I mean, okay, I had parents, I had a father and a mother, I had brothers and sisters, I have kids. So for my generation, when I was a child, and as a parent of children, this has never happened in my
Well,
household.
did you have more than one bathroom? Maybe it's a one bathroom scenario where they're like, well, if somebody's taking a tub, then I have to pee or I have to take a like I just go in. Like maybe
A
it's
one
just
bathroom scenario in a house that has four bedrooms, two kitchens, a den, a two-car garage, and it's 2 stories.
hey, I
Oh,
don't know.
they were redoing the house.
They were
So maybe
remodeling
when
the
the house,
house, yes, you're right.
yeah. So maybe one of the bathrooms was closed, which would be nice to talk. But still, I don't care. I'm
It's
like,
still
what
weird.
that? It's very weird, and I'm glad you brought it up because I've always
And
thought that was
you
weird.
know, the more I think about it, that bathroom to me seems out of place for that
It doesn't seem like
house.
it fits in the house, does it?
No, it doesn't. It
Yeah.
seems New York, like a New York bathroom to me.
Mm.
like with all that tile work. I don't know why.
It came kind of weird to me too.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it fit that house, which is weird to say.
I also I thought the storyline was pretty good. I liked the stump bump at the beginning, but the guy who wrote this movie was Ethan Black, Shane Black. He also wrote Predator apparently, and he was in
Hmm.
Predator. Um, but there was parts there that just seemed very forced, like they couldn't write it correctly in spots. I mean, most of the dialogue was great back and forth, but some of it was kind of odd. Like when the house blows up. I mean, the fact they get to her house, like, that's very thin that this happens. That the house, they get to the hooker's house and the hooker's house blows up or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, that was extremely thin. And just because you say it's a very thin storyline doesn't get away from the fact that it was a very thin storyline.
Dixie's house is the one that blows up.
Dixie, yes. And then he's talking to the little kid, and the little kid's like, it was that tattoo. That was the
Yeah.
tattoo. He was standing so awkward just so he could see the tattoo.
Hmm.
The framing, it's like that was so badly done. And he goes, Raj, that's a special forces tattoo. And I'm like, is it? You mean someone else on the planet can't get a tattoo that looks like that? Like special for like it's not like still in what's that
Well,
called?
I get what you're saying. But I mean, more than
Like
likely, it's a very
I know.
small group of people that are gonna have it.
That's probably true. And the other thing was when he gets called after Riggs gets shot with a bulletproof vest. And he's like, there's a body, and you go look at it, Roger. He goes, okay, blonde hair. He goes, yeah, probably with blonde hair and big dimples. How'd you know that, Sergeant?
Yeah.
It's like that was a very awkward thing to say, like randomly throw it out there like
Oh,
that.
speaking of awkward, Gary Busey, not bad looking.
No, I was a good looking kid.
Yeah. Was he like really just messed up mentally then too, like and being that handsome, or did that happen later?
I don't know, but I first saw the stuff with the lighter on his arm.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that guy's insane. I wouldn't have done that. I'm like
No.
that.
No.
No, no, I don't like any of my bosses that much.
when when dude came out with the freaking cables and the battery, I was
Yeah.
like, no, I just want to shake it. Let me touch you with that. I don't know. Look, I tell you everything you want. I'll tell you my social security
Yep.
number. I'll tell you my bank account. I'll tell you everything you need to know. But I don't know shit about what you're about to ask me.
I also liked it though because Gary Busey's character is down there, Mr. Joshua. Love the name.
Joshua, yes.
Um, Mr. Joshua, because and then he would touch Mel Gibson as he's being shocked, and he goes, "Ow!" because he'd get shocked too because he's
Yep.
touching. I love that little small piece like that. There's a lot of this part of this movie I really liked. I thought it was adorable how Murtaugh's daughter had the biggest crush on Riggs,
Mm.
and then the other brother and sister were making fun of her over it, and they got mad, whatever. I mean, the family part was pretty good too.
I liked the when they're in the truck scene and Murtaugh goes to Riggs and he's like, "You really like my wife's cooking?" And then
Yeah,
Riggs
got
is like,
serious. No.
"No."
And right before that, that whole scene was pretty good. The whole family scene because he goes, "We didn't learn anything." He goes, "Oh, we learned a lot. I learned your wife can't. You know, I got a good meal. You got a good family. You don't know shit about boats." You know, see those that type of
They
conversation was nice.
the chemistry between Glover and Gibson was perfect.
It
Like
was.
they seemed like they had that little bit of friction in the beginning, and that was mostly because they didn't know who they had.
Hmm.
Like, and Murtaugh definitely was like, well, this dude is nutty. He jumped off a building with a dude with handcuffs on.
Hmm.
Like, granted, there's a huge freaking balloon back down there, which, I mean, I have a fear of falling.
I wouldn't have
I'd be
done it.
pretty comfortable jumping onto that because it didn't seem like it was that far. Like I couldn't miss it. Like it was
That's
just
true, but they
seemed
don't tell the audience that the balloons, the big old things down there though, and that
no.
so you're like, what the heck are you doing? But I think what sold this movie, really, I mean, besides it was a really pretty good plot and it was paced together pretty well. Um, but hey, what I liked it, what I like about, and then what I didn't like was the scene where he goes, "You want to kill yourself? Kill yourself. Use my gun." And the whole thing about when he
Yeah.
says, "Do you think I have a bullet? I have a bullet with the name on it to blow my head out?" You know, that whole his whole intensity there, and then the gun to the mouth, and he goes to pull it, and he catches his finger. That and he goes, "I'm hungry," or whatever, and he
Yeah,
leaves.
just yeah.
I was like, see, that scene by itself sold this movie. That was done so well.
Uh, I cannot believe that I am only 2 years younger than Danny Glover is in this movie, and I am already too old for a lot of this shit.
He's 50,
He's
not
actually
40.
41.
Damn!
Oh, in real life,
Yes,
yeah, because he's 50 in the movie.
I know. It
I thought it was funny when
Mel
this
Gibson
captain
was
said,
Mel Gibson was 30.
"Yeah, I thought it was great when this captain goes, you look younger with the beard." I was like, uh, but what I did like about this movie, and I think I've already talked about, was how they got from point A to point B. I didn't like how they got to Dixie because that was very thin. There's no reason to have it. But how did they get to that one house? I missed the scene. I've seen the movie many times where the two girls are doing cocaine and that one guy shoots at him and he gets shot and he goes into the pool.
Yeah.
How did they end up going there? What hint did they get to lead them to that house? Because they just kind of jumped onto the house. I know they probably said something, but where did that come from? I mean, I didn't like it because I think
Hmm.
I probably just missed it because I liked the movie so much I wasn't paying much attention to it.
I don't think I
Also,
remember.
and then of course Mr. Joshua and the helicopter flying up and shooting through the window. How does he know? Where does the information come that guy's talking to the cops now? And he's flying the helicopter and he shoots him.
Well,
It's like he
did
just
he have
happens to
something
be
to
there.
do? He had something to do with something.
Yeah, he was the heroin guy. He was the one who was taking it from Vietnam. And the one
Hmm.
who got shot in the chest and they went through the milk, the eggnog, which I thought was great. The
Yeah,
bullet
yeah,
goes
yeah.
to the eggnog. That was a great scene. But I mean, he just comes up in the okay, you see the helicopter, then you hear the helicopter. That's not how helicopters work.
And generally, if you hear a helicopter, you look. Like, I'll
Yeah,
be outside. If I hear a helicopter, I'm looking.
yeah. So the small little things like that just didn't work for me. But it's such small things that really didn't affect the movie for me that much.
I had a little bit of a nostalgia bump with this when he brought up the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Like, I almost went to YouTube to watch
Yeah,
old Robin Leach videos. Just, I was like, man, that was so the freaking 90s. Oh, God, that was so
well,
great. Even though this was an 80s show,
it
movie,
was.
but
But the greatest thing is it not the greatest, but you and I have watched Loaded Weapon, which was a spoof off of this movie.
yes.
So all the funny things like because like the walk in the moonlight with the moon on my butt, walking
I'm
the night,
pretty
whatever.
sure. I'm, it, I might be wrong, but I think I could see Mel Gibson's wiener between his legs when he's walking away. Which, and
I
if,
think so
if
too.
that's the case, wow, wow, that's
It's
a
probably
bona
just a
fide baby
let's
leg.
just go with shadow. That was just a shadow that you saw, you know. But and then he gets up and does he pee? Because I can't hear him peeing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he peed.
but I'm sure it did, but I didn't hear it. I mean, my copy was terrible. I just can't hear the man pee. But
Uh,
like, why is he standing there? He's drinking. He's just not standing there for.
what did you
Um,
think about the conversation when oh, what is it? Rianne is talking to her dad and Riggs, and they're like, "Oh, she's grounded for smoking weed in the house."
in the
And she's
house,
like,
yeah.
"Well, if I would have grabbed a beer, it'd been fine, but it's because it's weed, I'm grounded." And there's like, "Well, it's because weed isn't legal, is why you're grounded." And I was like, I love that. Like, that was just such a perfect conversation. And she's like,
It
"So
was,
what about like cocaine?" She's like, "Well, that's," yeah. And I was like,
yeah.
"Yes."
It was a great conversation, a good fatherly moment, and I like how Riggs like, "Isn't that right?" Yes, and he went yes or whatever because he didn't know if he was agreeing with Murtaugh or agreeing with the daughter. But yes, he goes, if it was legal, he goes, the reason you're grounded is because it's illegal to do. I'm a cop. You can't be doing illegal shit in my house. but but beer is also illegal if you're not old enough to drink it. And I don't know how old she is.
I mean, old enough to be kidnapped and sent picture in the nude to the
Mm.
father.
She
Like,
was nude in those pictures. She wasn't, was she?
that's what it
They
said when I think I had subtitles on or something. I thought it said nude.
But that was another thing when they went to do the switch off and he grabs the grenade out in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
I was like, that was, and then she's going, hey, hey, and he's like she's gonna hear him say, get in the car, because he's behind this car, she's by this car, and there's a helicopter, and there's gunfire and everything else. The helicopter wasn't up yet.
Does Danny Glover know how
But
to run?
no, there's always been a big joke about the Danny Glover not knowing how to run. It
Okay,
was
because he really just his ass out, arm down, one arm moving. Like it was
well, he
just,
was shot. He was shot in that arm, remember?
but he seemed like he ran that way the entire time.
He did. He really did. He just he has a big backside. What you gonna do? So, but we got Riggs shooting, all those people. I mean, he pretty much is killing all. Like three people left, and then the one bad guy gets the behind him. Where did he come from? Did he not notice someone coming up behind him?
I want to know if Riggs is such the perfect shot, because clearly that was a big thing. Their biggest
Hmm.
measuring contest was their shooting. How could he not hit the helicopter? Like, how could he not hit the right spot to not like hit the pilot of the helicopter, hit the guy shooting? Like, it's a bigger target. Like,
Well,
he
he did
just
hit the helicopter, just not in a good spot because it's moving. Also, no one says he can hit a moving target at 1,000 feet. So and
and
it's a 9 millimeter.
he shot Smiley Face at 300 yards or however far this back that thing can go with a 9 mil.
Well, oh yes, yes, he did. That's true. But that was also standing still.
I
So,
mean,
but
I'm
yeah, I
just
mean, I don't know
saying.
why he was wasting the first set of shots. You're right. He should have hit something. The second shot, shit. The second set of shots, I understand because the helicopter was way far away. No bullets were going to get to that. But yeah, I don't know why he didn't try to shoot. When you say smiley face, I think you're talking about Gary Busey. I'm not sure why he didn't shoot him out there in the desert when he goes, stick your head up. His head was
He
up.
had
He
the
was
shot.
right there for the whole time.
Yeah, had the
Could have
shot.
easy shot him.
He didn't take
Yes,
the shot.
he did not take the shot. Um, and I do like how Danny Glover has that. He has that one shot. He does that head thing. Then boom, and he just puts it right where it needs to go. That's pretty impressive. And on a moving target, it was
Mm.
moving at him, but still, it, it was still moving. And then he jumped on the side. I thought it was pretty good. Um, is there anything else you want to talk about this movie?
No, I'm good. Let's go ahead and get into
No?
our next thing here.
Well, let's move on to the 5-star and 1-star reviews. The first 5-star review comes from Cody W. The amount of action and suspense in Lethal Weapon is insane. And on top of all that, Danny Glover and Mel Gibson gave it their all as two police officers who definitely know how to get the job done. This one action movie that everyone needs to watch.
Um, yeah, I think I agree. This is a very this better than most action films I've seen in the last 5 to 10 years. Actually, I think.
Yeah.
The first 1 star Lex comes from Unknown. Gibson is again faultless when seized by difficult roles, charismatic yet a chronic suicidal tragedy with nothing to lose. It's it's an entertaining buddy film that delivers both in exhilaration and in indomitable chemistry.
Yeah, I don't. That didn't sound like it would be a 1-star review. It didn't sound like it would be a great review, but it sounded like it'd be at least 2 stars from what he said.
Yeah, yeah, I can't believe it was half a star, I think.
Okay. The next 5-star review comes from Saran A. The movie was tense right from the beginning all the way to the end. Mel Gibson did an awesome job in this movie. Everyone must see this movie before they die.
I don't know if they had. Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah,
Sure. Sure. Sure.
sure.
The next 1 star or less comes from Unknown. Awful. Audio is off in parts, and overall just an old, poor quality movie.
Audio was
There
bad
was
in
a
parts.
lot
I'll
of
give them that.
ADR. They did a lot of ADR in this film.
Yeah, it was very noticeable.
Yep.
But I don't think I would give it a 1 star because of that. I mean, the storyline was fine. It was okay. The last 5-star review comes from Munkar Garjgal. Munkhjargal. A. This movie is about adventure, crime, and the police can fight against drugs and arrest them. They arrested him, but nothing happened. The director tried to show how dangerous drugs are in the film.
I mean, they showed how dangerous bleach is in the film,
They did that.
but
Yeah.
at no point did they ever say that drugs actually killed or hurt anybody in this film.
No, she did a nosedive off whatever, all dressed up and no one to blow. That's what, that's what he said at the beginning when he talking to Dixie.
You're right.
Yep.
Uh, the last 1 star less comes from Daniel K. Paul Rudd was not in this movie.
Daniel K. Oh yes, he has been in a few of these with that exact. It might be not the same guy, but I've seen that
Yeah,
response before, a few times. Does he just go to all movies and just type that? Like
just the
Kilroy
ones
was
he's
here.
seen.
Like, unless Paul Rudd was actually in the movie.
Yeah, and then it gets a 5 star
Oh,
because Paul Rudd was in the movie.
we should watch a Paul Rudd movie. Look for his
It's in
comment where it
Find
says,
Daniel K.
um, the what the F review is unknown, I think. Yes, it's unknown. It's 3 stars, and it says, brings you back to a happier time before Mel Gibson was an abusive and drunken anti-Semite.
How do you know he wasn't back then?
See, that's why I like you, because you think outside the box.
Because, I
Because he
mean,
didn't
it's
show it,
plausible he could have been that the
yeah,
whole time.
his whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Heard what the critics think, and now let's go to Rotten Tomatoes and the scores. Well, the critics gave this score of 81%, while the audience, which is you at home, scored a little higher at 86%.
Um, Hey, that's not bad. That's actually kind of fair. I see that.
I think I can say that too. I agree. I can get down with the sickness on that one. Well, you heard us discuss the movie. You heard what the critics said about the movie, and you know what Rotten Tomatoes rated this movie. Now we're going to get into what we rate this movie. First and foremost, it was Lethal Weapon. It is not a Christmas movie. It's more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard, but it's still not a Christmas movie. I would recommend it to my surgeon because I think the movie's pretty dang good. I think Mel Gibson's character was wonderful and had a really good arc. He's the one who had a character arc. He's very sad, depressed, trying to kill himself. I'm not sure if we can say that in YouTube videos. I might have to blip that out. But um, uh, and Dan Glover's character was just old and trying to go through his whole life or whatever, and bad things are happening, but they're working together. I thought the direction was good. I thought the script was okay. Could have been better. There's some forced areas. Some parts were really funny. I said the acting was great. The lighting was great. I don't understand the Santa Claus on the like the pizza on the roof just sitting there, whatever. Um, and for 1987, outside that, where Danny Glover's trying to put Gibson out because he thinks he's on fire or whatever. He said, "Hey, are you a bundle of sticks in England?" Did you hear him say that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he said the word. Uh, but and of course with the stump bump, as much as I did like this movie, I am going to give it 3 trees and a stump.
Now it's my turn.
Hey, that's fair. I will close us off. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. You said it exactly how I planned on saying it. This is not a Christmas movie, but it is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard would be considered a Christmas movie. Um, I thought that was a little long, only by like 9 minutes though. The target practice scene totally could have cut that all out. And you could also cut out the Riggs versus Joshua scene at the very end of the movie. That also could have been taken out. Those two scenes, I think, were just kind of like that's about 9 minutes. So take that out. I think it'd be a better flowing movie. I did have some issue with the lighting. I thought it could have been a little bit better, especially because there was like some. I've seen earlier films that were filmed in similar situations that were lit a lot better. So I kind of a little bit better there. It does get the bump. I was originally going to give this. Did I say I was going to recommend this to my surgeon? If not, I would
You
recommend this
didn't
to my
say.
surgeon.
Yeah.
I would recommend it to him. It's a great for him, her, them, whomever. It was a great film. It's 2.5 trees, but with the stump bump, I gave it 3 trees.
Okay, well, y'all heard it here. Nate's giving this movie 3 trees. I'm going to give it 3 trees and a stump. But what do you think? Is this movie worth 3 trees and a stump? Is this movie not even worth a tree? I mean, do you like Mel Gibson? Do you like Danny Glover? Or do you like these action films? Or should we watch other movies? You tell us what you think. Please leave it down in the comments. Hit all those little buttons. You know what to hit. You know what to do. You've been on social media long enough. You know what we're asking. Because if you don't, we'll just be all dressed up with no one to blow. And we don't want that. So we'll see you next week on Trees in Space.